The episode begins with a televised Pokémon battle featuring a fierce fight between Gengar and Nidorino, recreating the opening battle from the original Pokémon Red and Blue games. This battle is being watched by a 10-year-old boy named Ash Ketchum, who is filled with excitement as he prepares to start his journey as a Pokémon trainer the next day. Ash is from Pallet Town and is supposed to receive his first Pokémon from Professor Oak. However, due to his excitement, he stays up late watching battles and oversleeps the next morning. By the time he arrives at Oak's lab, all three of the traditional Kanto starter Pokémon, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle, have already been taken by other new trainers, including his rival, Gary Oak. With no other options, Professor Oak offers Ash a different Pokémon, Pikachu, an electric type. However, Pikachu is not like other starter Pokémon. He is stubborn, disobedient, and refuses to go inside a Pokeball. Instead of following Ash, Pikachu prefers to roam freely and even shocks Ash multiple times as a sign of defiance. As Ash begins his journey, he quickly realizes that having an unruly Pikachu makes things difficult. He tries to catch a Pidgey, but Pikachu refuses to help, leaving Ash to attempt catching it by throwing a rock. This backfires when he accidentally hits a Spearow instead, which enrages the bird Pokémon. The Spearow attacks Pikachu, and soon a whole flock of Spearow joins in. Ash grabs Pikachu and runs, trying to escape as the furious Spearow swarm chases them. He even attempts to steal Misty's bike in desperation to get away. While fleeing, Ash meets Misty, a young trainer and future Cerulean gym leader. He takes her bike without permission, hoping to outrun the Spearow, but the aggressive birds keep attacking. As Ash and Pikachu crash in the middle of a storm, he makes a passionate plea, shielding Pikachu from the attacking Spearow and vowing that he will become a great Pokémon trainer. Moved by Ash's determination, Pikachu finally begins to trust him. Using the energy from the thunderstorm, Pikachu unleashes a massive thundershock, striking the entire flock of Spearow and saving them both. As the storm clears, Ash and Pikachu witness a mysterious golden bird flying across the sky. His Pokédex fails to identify it, but this is later revealed to be the legendary Pokémon Ho-Oh. Inspired by this encounter, Ash continues on his journey, now with Pikachu by his side. Meanwhile, Misty, whose bike was destroyed, angrily vows to track Ash down to get him to repay her for the damage. Thus begins Ash's adventure to become a Pokémon master. Ash, exhausted and covered in dirt, is carrying an injured Pikachu while running toward Viridian City. Upon arrival, a police officer, Officer Jenny, immediately stops him, demanding proof that he is a real Pokémon trainer. When Ash shows her his Pokédex, she confirms his identity and warns him about suspicious activities happening in the city. She then offers to escort him to the Pokémon Center, speeding through town on her police motorcycle. At the entrance of Viridian City, the wanted posters of Team Rocket, Jessie, James, and Meowth, can be seen in the background, hinting at their criminal activity. At the Viridian City Pokémon Center, Ash meets Nurse Joy, who immediately places Pikachu on a stretcher and rushes him into emergency care. The facility is filled with advanced medical technology, including a Pokémon healing machine designed to restore weakened Pokémon. As Ash waits anxiously for Pikachu's recovery, Misty suddenly arrives, furiously demanding compensation for the bike Ash destroyed in the previous episode. She insists that he owes her a new one, but Ash, overwhelmed with concern for Pikachu, largely ignores her complaints. While the Pokémon Center is treating Pikachu, Professor Oak calls Ash via a video screen. He is surprised to see that Ash has already made it to Viridian City, stating that Gary Oak, Ash's rival, had already passed through earlier that day. He also mentions that the legendary Pokémon sighting, Ho-Oh, that Ash claimed to have seen is unheard of, and potentially a hallucination. As night falls, a trio of criminals, Team Rocket's Jessie, James, and Meowth, break into the Pokémon Center. They are searching for rare and powerful Pokémon, as part of their mission to steal valuable Pokémon for their boss, Giovanni. They introduce themselves with their now iconic motto for the first time: "Prepare for trouble, and make it double." Their balloon airship hovers outside as they deploy their Pokémon. Ekans, Jessie's Pokémon. Coughing, James's Pokémon. As Coughing releases a smokescreen attack, the entire Pokémon Center fills with thick black smoke, causing panic. The alarms go off as Nurse Joy scrambles to protect the injured Pokémon by transporting them to Pewter City via an emergency Pokémon transfer system. With Nurse Joy focusing on evacuating the Pokémon, Ash and Misty step up to fight Team Rocket. At first, Ash tries to throw random Pokeballs from a nearby tray, accidentally summoning a Rattata and a Pidgey, but they aren't strong enough to fight off the criminals. Misty, frustrated, takes charge and sends out her Goldeen, but it proves ineffective in a land battle. However, the distraction buys them time. Just when things seem dire, Pikachu, still weak, wakes up and gathers energy from the nearby Pikachu horde, a group of Pikachu in the Pokémon Center. With their combined power, Pikachu unleashes a massive thundershock, causing an explosion that blasts Team Rocket through the roof, sending them flying for the first time, the start of their signature defeat scene. With Team Rocket defeated, but vowing to chase Ash and Pikachu from now on, the Pokémon Center is left in ruins, but most of the Pokémon are safe. Officer Jenny reassures Nurse Joy that she will file a report on the attack. As morning comes, Ash prepares to continue his journey toward Pewter City, the location of his first gym battle. Misty, still furious about her bike, decides to follow him until he pays her back, marking the beginning of their long-running friendship and rivalry. As they set off, Team Rocket spies on them from a distance, declaring that Pikachu is much more powerful than they had thought, and they plan to steal him at all costs. With that, Ash's journey continues toward his first gym badge and the challenges ahead. Ash, Misty, and Pikachu are walking through Viridian Forest. Ash is eager to catch more Pokémon. While walking, they encounter a Caterpie, a small green bug-type Pokémon resting in the grass. Excited at the opportunity to finally capture a Pokémon on his own, Ash throws a Pokeball without even battling it, and to his surprise, the capture is successful on the first try. Ash is ecstatic, but Misty is horrified. She hates bug-type Pokémon, finding them creepy and disgusting. Caterpie, however, is affectionate and tries to befriend her, which makes Misty even more uncomfortable. That night, as the group rests, Caterpie expresses its dreams of evolving into a Butterfree by staring up at the moon. It even tries to bond with Pikachu, showing that it has a gentle and friendly nature. The next morning, Ash spots a Pidgeotto, a powerful flying-type Pokémon. Confident after catching Caterpie so easily, he immediately throws a Pokeball. But this time it doesn't work. Pidgeotto breaks free, as wild Pokémon must first be weakened before capture. Realizing his mistake, Ash sends out Caterpie to battle Pidgeotto, but Misty protests, saying a bug-type like Caterpie is weak against a flying-type like Pidgeotto. As expected, Caterpie struggles against Pidgeotto's gust attack and is quickly knocked down. Ash then switches to Pikachu, who uses Thundershock to weaken Pidgeotto, allowing Ash to successfully catch it on his second attempt. With this, Ash now has 3 Pokémon on his team: Pikachu, Caterpie, and Pidgeotto. As Ash celebrates his new captures, Team Rocket appears, once again attempting to steal Pikachu. Jesse and James recite their now famous Team Rocket motto, introducing themselves in a theatrical way. James sends out Coughing, which releases Smokescreen to disorient Ash and Misty. Jesse sends out Ekans, and the 2 Pokémon quickly overwhelm Ash's team. Misty urges Ash to use Pidgeotto in battle, and although Pidgeotto fights well, it struggles against Coughing and Ekans in a 2-on-1 fight. Running out of options, Ash reluctantly sends out Caterpie. Team Rocket laughs, believing a small bug-type Pokémon is no match for their stronger Pokémon. To everyone's shock, Caterpie defeats both Coughing and Ekans almost instantly by using String Shot, wrapping them up and leaving them completely immobilized. Even Jesse and James get tangled up in the sticky web, forcing them to retreat in embarrassment. Ash celebrates Caterpie's victory, proving that even small and underestimated Pokémon can be powerful. With the battle over, Caterpie suddenly begins to glow, a sign that it is evolving. Before Ash's eyes, Caterpie transforms into Metapod, its cocoon-like evolved form. While Ash is thrilled about his first Pokémon evolution, Misty remains uncomfortable with bug types, saying Metapod is only slightly less disgusting than Caterpie. With that, Ash and his friends continue their journey deeper into Viridian Forest, setting the stage for more challenges ahead. That wraps this video. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next adventure. Comment below what your favorite Kanto starter is, or if you would rather have Pikachu like Ash.